If you're working harder than ever and you finish your days completely exhausted, but you can't point to what actually moved forward, then this is for you. I'm going to show you how to achieve by lunch what most do all day and still have energy left for what matters at the end of the day. A clear head, the space in your calendar, business that works for you. I'm Dr. Yannick van Heerden. I've spent the last decade in behavioral science. I earned a PhD studying peak performance. I coached over 100 high performers. My research has been backed by $500,000 in funding. I published in scientific journals. My content has reached over 1 million people worldwide. In this video, I'll cover why most founders are stuck in the golden cage. It looks like success, but it feels like prison. The 3 systems that let you compress your week, achieve more, and get your life back. But also how to install those systems in your life and your business starting this week. But let me start with some proof so you know what I'm saying is for real. I've helped Graham, who runs a construction business in Perth. He was completely overwhelmed, completely reactive. And in 30 days, he reclaimed 90 hours, 2 full hours back every day. I worked with Bowie, COO at a startup in Adelaide. He was juggling fires. There was no space for deep work. But now he's got consistent focus blocks and more time with his family. Gert runs a logistics company, buried in low-value ops. We cleaned his workflow. He saved 2 hours a day, which is an extra day each week. This is what happens when you install the right operating system. So let me show you where this came from. In my early 20s, I was working hard. I was making decent money, but I was miserable. I was dreading Mondays. I was counting down to Fridays, and I was partying way too hard on the weekends, trying to fill the emptiness. And one day, I remember my wife came home from work and she found me still in bed at noon. And she said, "What are you doing?" And I felt pathetic. I was wasting my potential and I knew it. I knew I needed to do something drastic. So we moved to the other side of the world, to Australia, where I went back to study, hoping that I could figure out what I was actually meant to do. And soon after arriving, I'm sitting in a lecture theater at Griffith University, and the guest speaker walks in. And it's a yogi who has spent decades meditating. And he says something that hit me like a train. He says, your mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. And I realized that my mind was my worst enemy. Every urge to scroll, every excuse to avoid meaningful work. I was being controlled by my mind instead of controlling it. And I decided right there, I'm making my mind my friend. And I started meditating, I cut distractions, I cleaned up my environment, and it worked. I stopped sabotaging myself. I found real purpose. I mastered my focus. And eventually, I earned a PhD combining ancient wisdom with behavioral science. Now, here's why I'm telling you this. You might not be drifting like I was. You're probably working your ass off. But I see this pattern. You've built so much, but you're not satisfied. You think you should be further along. Deep down, you're thinking, I'm not enough. You know what matters, but you're scattered. Email instead of strategy, scrolling instead of executing. And so you numb the stress. Drinks, Netflix, whatever works. See, this is the same pattern as mine. Your mind is working against you. Every distraction, every stress spiral, every I should be further along moment, that's your mind as your enemy. But the thing is, this is not your fault. See, everybody's telling you to work harder, to hustle more, scale to 7, 8, 9 figures, no time off, post 4 reels a day, be on LinkedIn, start a podcast, launch a YouTube channel, run ads. No, actually do organic. Actually, you need both. Use AI to create more content. Actually, no, keep it human. Wake up at 5, cold plunge, journal, meditate, workout, sauna, optimize your morning, your evening, your nutrition, your sleep. Man, it's exhausting. And here's what they won't tell you. Half the people giving this advice are burnt out. The other half are selling you the exact system that burned them out. See, you can have the revenue, the team, the growth, and still feel empty because you're building someone else's version of success. Now, let me show you what real success looks like. My mission is to help business owners live a fulfilling life while running a successful business. Money and impact, performance and fulfillment, peace of mind and growth. But here's what most founders get wrong. You are not your business. If your business is 100% of your identity, when the business struggles, you struggle. When it's slow, you feel worthless. When it's growing, you're still anxious. That's not freedom. That's a cage. I want something better for you. An identity that's bigger than your business. Peak performance without sacrificing everything else. A calm mind on command. To be present with your kids. A loving partnership. Work that matters. Here's what it looks like when you get it right. You close your laptop at 4 with fuel left in the tank. Clear head, energy for the gym, dinner with your family where you're actually there, not just physically, but mentally. That's the goal. The business owners who win, they protect their focus, their energy, and their time. They lead with clarity instead of chaos. They build businesses that work for them. So what's actually broken? It's not hustle, it's not willpower, it's your operating system. Let me show you. Most founders think, I don't work hard enough, so they work harder, longer hours, more meetings, more emails. But you're not getting ahead. You're getting exhausted. Here's why. Your operating system has been infected with the reactivity virus. You start your day bombarded. Emails, Slack, calls, people at your door. The strategic thinking, the high-value work, that starts at 5 p.m. if you're lucky. You're working 60-hour weeks, but you're further behind than last quarter. One famous study shows every interruption costs you 23 minutes of refocus time. So 6 interruptions in a morning, you've lost 2 hours of cognitive capacity, not from the interruptions themselves, from context switching. On top of that, most founders are losing 10 plus hours every week on tasks that are worth $20 an hour, work that shouldn't even touch your desk. That's over $2,000 in time burning every single week. And it's not just the time you're losing, it's the energy drain that comes with it. When you're constantly switching context, when you're fighting interruptions, when you're doing low value work, all morning, by 3 p.m. you're wrecked. Decision fatigue, your brain is fried, you push through when your brain needs rest, you skip the gym, you eat whatever is quick, you sleep poorly, and stress, it's constant. You can't switch off. Even at home, emails at dinner, replaying problems, trying to sleep. Here's what's broken. There's no system for protecting your focus, no system for sustaining your energy, and no system for managing stress. You're running on willpower, and willpower doesn't scale. But with the right operating system, you reclaim time, hours back every week. You restore energy. You finish by 4 p.m. with fuel left in the tank. You lead with clarity, calm under pressure, present at home. And that's what happened with Graham, with Bowie, with Gert. Well, let me show you what that looks like with some of the other people that I work with. There's Beck, who's running a business with 2 young boys. When we started, she was feeling very anxious and hopeless, and she told me she was always feeling like she was missing something in her life. And we built the clarity on what actually mattered. And in her words, she said, my perfect version of myself was right in front of me. I just couldn't see it. Now she's implemented it with her family too, and her boys are building better habits. The way they look at life is completely different. She's not rushing anymore. She learned everything she needed was already there, and now they can actually enjoy and have fun as a family. Then we have Dan. He is a sales executive. He's an absolute weapon, but his days were completely reactive. He was using alcohol every night to unwind. There was no energy. The mornings were foggy. And so what we did is we built these 90-minute deep work blocks in his calendar. We created this alcohol off switch plan. We redesigned his smartphone and his computer to block distractions. Also, he started exercise. In 30 days, he reclaimed 2 hours every single day. In 90 days, he lost 7 kilos. He cut alcohol to 0. The mornings went from foggy to sharp. And outside of his work, he actually got his passion back. He played a gig as a musician. He got paid. He booked 2 more shows. He got 2 hours back every day. That gave him the bandwidth to do what he actually loves instead of just surviving the grind. And then there's Alex. He is an insurance executive. His focus was scattered. His screen time was 4 hours a day. He wasn't making progress on what mattered. We built calendar time blocking. We added distraction filters. We created this signal versus noise list so he knew what to protect and what to ignore. In 4 weeks, his screen time dropped from 4 hours to 2. He got his strategic thinking back, and now he's reading 1 book per week. The hours he reclaimed went straight into growth work instead of digital distraction. So let's dive into how you can pull this off too. It's built on 3 systems that work together. I call these the 3 systems of intelligence. When you install all 3, you become a high-impact operator. The first system is focus intelligence. The goal is to achieve by lunch what most do all day. Now, focus intelligence means knowing what to say yes to and what to ignore. This system has 2 parts, clarity and focus. Clarity is your 10-year vision. Where do you want to be? What does your life look and feel like? Then reverse engineer it. 5 years, next year, this quarter, this month, this week, today. What do you need to do this morning to move toward that 10-year vision? That's clarity. Knowing exactly why you're getting out of bed. But clarity without focus is just a dream. Focus is protecting your time from distraction of any kind. Your to-do list is useless if you don't make time for it. So the problem isn't knowing what matters, it's protecting time for what matters and letting everything else fall away. This is signal versus noise. Signal moves you toward your 10-year vision, and noise keeps you busy but not better. The fix is to have one clear goal, not 10 priorities, one, and to map that goal to your calendar. And then have one unmovable 90-minute block every day to work on that priority. No Slack, no email, no phone. Your calendar becomes a weapon, and the result is 10, 15 hours reclaimed every week. You finish your most important work by lunch, and you're not just productive, you're actually building the life you want. Then system number 2 is behavioral intelligence. The goal here is energy left for life after work. Behavioral intelligence means understanding what drives your actions and designing your environment around it. See, success is just a trail of behaviors. Every result you want traces back to what you do every day. But here's the hard part. The same drive that makes you obsess over your business also makes you check email at dinner. The ambition that built your company also makes you ignore your body's signal to rest. You need to engineer your environment to make the right behaviors easier and the wrong ones harder. But behavior without biology is a losing battle. See, scientists have shown that your brain runs on 90-minute cycles. There's peak focus and then there's valley recovery. And it's not just motivation, it's physiology. When you work through this valley, your prefrontal cortex starts shutting down. You're still working, but at 40% capacity. That's why your best decisions happen in the morning and your worst happen at 3 p.m. You're the same person, different energy state. So the fix is to treat your body like the high-performance asset it is to sleep regularly, to move consistently, to fuel intentionally, to work with your cycles, not against them. And the result is that you finish the day with energy left for the gym, your kids, to actually be present. More importantly, you're building a trail of behaviors that leads where you want to go. Finally, system number 3, emotional intelligence. The goal is to lead with clarity and calm, even when everything's on fire. Emotional intelligence means making your mind your ally instead of your enemy. Now, you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions. You're the one watching them. And that's the difference between being hijacked by your mind and working with it. See, most founders live inside their thoughts. A setback happens and the thought, "I'm not enough," comes up, and they believe it. They are it. But you need to step back and observe that thought isn't you. That emotion isn't you. They're signals, they're information, they're data. Anxiety isn't a crisis. It's your mind saying, well, something here actually matters to me. Guilt, for example, is not a weakness. It's saying, well, I'm not aligned with my values right now. Stress isn't necessarily bad. It's just saying, this requires my attention. The shift is from being controlled to being informed. And when you understand what drives your thoughts and your emotions, the patterns, the triggers, the stories you tell yourself, you stop being hijacked by them. You start working with your mind instead of being dragged around by it. See, the fix is to make your mind your friend. It warns you, it guides you, it works for you, not against you. And the result is that you stop ruminating. Your mind stops running in the background 24/7, chatting. The stress becomes something you manage, not something that manages you. You lead with clarity and calm. More importantly, your mind becomes your ally, just like it did for me. Notice how these systems connect. Focus intelligence gives you back your time. You can achieve by Wednesday what most do by Friday. Behavioral intelligence gives you back your energy, and you can finish the day with fuel in the tank. Emotional intelligence gives you back your mind. You stop being hijacked by stress and lead with clarity, even when everything's on fire. Without all three, you're running on willpower, and willpower runs out. But with all three, you've got an operating system, and operating systems don't run out. Now you might be thinking, well, I know this stuff already, I just can't make it stick. Then let me tell you Shaktika's story. She is a clinical psychologist. She literally teaches behavioral science to her clients every day. She knew all the right things to do. She said, I knew what to do, but I never managed to make any foundational habits stick. So we built a values-based roadmap, structure and accountability grounded in what actually mattered to her. The result was that she had 8 months of daily meditation and regular exercise. But more importantly, she reconnected with her why. When life got messy, and it did in big ways, she admitted, she had a system to return to. And when she slips now, she recovers faster instead of spiraling. And the roadmaps on her wall, she looks at it every day. But knowing it isn't enough. She used a system that makes it stick. If you also want to install this system, click the link below to book a peak performance assessment. Before the call, I'll ask you to complete a quick scorecard. It takes about 3 minutes, and it'll show you exactly where you stand on focus, energy, and emotional intelligence right now. On the call, we will review your results together. I will walk you through this framework in detail and show you the gap between where you are and where you want to be and exactly how to close that gap. And we'll figure out if I can help you do that. Does that sound fair? Just one thing though, right now, I'm only working with people one-on-one, but I'm reaching capacity. So not too long from now, I will transition to group programs to let more people in. So if you want direct access, now is the time. Click below, book the call, complete the scorecard. If this is for you, you know what to do. And if it's not for you, then I wish you all the very best. Thanks for watching.